तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते मधुसूदनाय बापूजी इति नामिने नमस्ते मधुसूदनाय भक्तिपाद प्रियाय ते दुर्लभ कृष्ण भक्ति अति सरलकारिणे. So Hare Krishna. Today we are reading 4.19 from the Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 4, slok number 19. And over here, Lord Krishna is saying that, the previous slok was about action and inaction, right? That one who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent amongst men. And he is in transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Over here, Krishna continues that one is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reactions have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge.
No one else? Be sure, Mancha.
So over here Krishna is saying that one is understood to be in full knowledge. When does one have that complete knowledge? When one is working not for sense gratification. Right? Every endeavor, everything that he does, like we were speaking, is for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. It is not for the pleasure that I will get something in return. It is that if my Guru Maharaj, my spiritual master of Krishna, and my spiritual master become happy with me, right, then there is nothing else that I want. Every action is to please Guru and Krishna. So that one who has this full knowledge, it is said to be perfect knowledge. Why? Because everything they're doing for Krishna. They're doing for their spiritual master, for the pleasure of spiritual master and Krishna. And when they do that, whatever happens, good or bad, they accept. Why? Because they're not doing it for their own pleasure. They're not doing it for that I will get money out of this. I will get fame out of this. I will get name out of this. I'll get wealth out of this. Right? Or I will get some great diamonds, jewelry, anything like that. That is called doing for sense gratification. With that we are eating just so that we get the taste. But when we offer to Guru Maharaj and Krishna and then eat that Mahaprasadam, yes, we still get that taste, right? But it is free of sin at that point. When we work, that Krishna, I'm working so that whatever money I get, because this is the Kali Yuga, we need money to survive, right? I will use it in the service of my spiritual master, of Krishna, of my family, because Krishna is seated in their hearts also as that supreme super soul. So over here, it is important to understand that what is the perfect knowledge. Today we say that you have perfect knowledge if you can keep up with all the technologies. Today, if you're an AI engineer, you're earning like $1 million, $2 million a year. Facebook recently offered AI engineers from OpenAI, which is the company that created ChatGPT and everything. They offered their engineers $100 million sign-on bonus. The moment people read that, they think, oh, we should have gotten into AI 10 years ago. Today, I would have gotten that $100 million. That is doing it for sense gratification, that I will benefit from it. And the funny part is that the engineers who got the $100 million sign-on bonus, they rejected the offer. None of them accepted. Multiple people got it. None of them accepted. Right? So just imagine what was be going through Mark Zuckerberg's ego at that point. But none of them are accepting this such a big offer. Today, everyone is doing it that should become a bigger company. I should become a bigger person. I should become the wealthiest person. I should do the most. I should have the biggest company in the world, the biggest market value, the most stock price, the most richest person, and everything. That is not the full knowledge. That is the material knowledge. So we hear next, Krishna continues that he is said by the sages to be a worker for whom the reactions of work have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. So over here, the knowledge about Krishna consciousness, about our spiritual master not being different from Krishna, is being compared to fire. What does a fire do when a house, a building, or anything catches on fire? Grass, wood, anything. It gets burned, it gets destroyed. So that knowledge about Krishna, that whatever we do for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, that knowledge is compared to the fire which burns everything up. It burns up all the desire for sense gratification. And it is not that one has to try. It is not that you have to work very hard to give up something or to not do anything for sense gratification or anything like that. It actually all comes from within. Because remember, Krishna is seated in our hearts as what? As the Chaitya Guru. And he guides us. So remember how we were reading, just when we come into contact with the material world, right, all of that love for Krishna, right, it turns into lust, greed, anger, all of these things. But now when you start getting that conscious about Krishna back within us, then all of these elements, the lust, the greed, the anger, everything starts going down. And that love, it is said that love trumps everything. Right? So that love, it burns up all of the desires that we may have. But Krishna is so kind that he will fulfill those desires also of ours. Right? Although we don't want it anymore, Krishna will say, no, here, take it, enjoy. So we hear what is the perfect knowledge today? Everybody's running behind that I want to become the next big AI engineer, I want to open up the next big company, etc. Right? That is not perfect knowledge. Even AI is artificial intelligence. And who is developing it? The people without the perfect knowledge, because they had knowledge about Krishna. Yes, you can become an AI engineer, right? But when you are in knowledge about Krishna and you are building that, AI is nothing but models that you are teaching it how to respond. Right? You're doing it for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Somebody created a AI model for the Bhagavad Gita. Right? That is perfect knowledge. Yes, you work and you learn all of the knowledge. You use it for your company also. Use it for any services you're providing also. At the same time, use it for Krishna also. So over here, it is said that this is the perfect knowledge and is compared to fire. In 4.20, Krishna says that abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of undertakings. So, who is this? Krishna is talking about one who has this perfect knowledge, abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities. Right? That we are not tied. Today, we do some activity, we want something in return. And if we say, I love you to someone, we expect that they will also say, I love you too. And remember, till we don't say, I love you, we do not get in return, I love you too. Right? That is very deep. Think about that. So, abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action. although engaged in all kinds of undertaking. You may see two people, they're doing the same exact thing. One person is waking up at 5 a.m. to go to work, one person is waking up at 5 a.m. to get up and chant to serve Krishna. Right? So they're getting up at the same time. And then when they're both working also, let's say both of them leave at 6 o'clock and they go to the office. When they are working, one is working that I will get a promotion, I will get more money, and with that I will go and enjoy. I can buy a bigger house. I will have money to go on all sorts of trips. The other person is think I will get more money to serve my spiritual master in Krishna, to serve my family. I would take my family on trips too. But at the center of that will be Krishna. We will know that Krishna has given us his mercy and sent us on this trip to see this beautiful world he has created. There's nothing wrong in that. Right? But performing the actions when being in Krishna consciousness, having that complete knowledge, although a person may be engaged in working, in buying groceries and spending money, but when he is doing that, all of his groceries are first offered to the Lord. So everything he does becomes perfect just because he has that knowledge. Right? So let us all, with the mercy of Guru and Krishna, work on developing that knowledge that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And chant his name and be happy, like Srila Prabhupada says. With that, we land and then we continue tomorrow. Or we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai. निताई गौर हरि बोल जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे हरे कृष्ण